A few of you have been wondering, basically since I first started appearing on camera, how I managed to get so physically fit or what my fitness routine is to maintain my level of fitness. So before the pandemic happened, I was like most other guys that work out. I was just a gym bro. I would go into the gym several times a week and work out with dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, and a little bit of machine work. Generally, I didn't really like using machines too much, but I did a little bit of like lat pull down and cable rows, things like that. But then, obviously, when the pandemic started happening, that all kind of got shut down. The gym started shutting down. I think in my region, the gym started shutting down around March, maybe April, late March. So it's been about 10 months since gyms have really been open, or at least that they've been open in a way that's not a pain in the ass where you have to make schedules and show up at a very specific time. And a lot of people have lost their gains. A lot of dudes I've seen on like bodybuilding forums are talking about, oh, the coronavirus is the biggest gains goblin that's ever happened. You know, I'm losing all of my strength. I'm losing all of my muscle mass. But that hasn't really happened to me. And the reason why is when this pandemic first started happening and the gyms first started closing, I thought to myself, how necessary is it to actually have a gym, to actually lift weights and, you know, like push barbells and things like that? Because obviously, if you look back throughout history, people haven't always had weights. Like if you think of Roman gladiators, they weren't doing deadlifts and doing like heavy ass squats and bench press and stuff like that. But yet, if you look at these guys' statues, they're basically peak fitness. And in modern time, there's a certain subset of people who are pretty much peak fitness, and it's criminals. I don't know about you guys, but I've had family members that have gone to prison, and when they went in, they were maybe like decent builds, or sometimes they were really out of shape, like they would be skinny fat, and they would come out after serving a year or two in Club Fed looking jacked, looking like they could be on the cover of a magazine. And at least here in the United States, most of the prisons don't have any weights in them. So all of the federal prisons, they don't have dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, none of that stuff. State prisons, I think it goes state by state, or maybe it's prison by prison, you know, whatever the warden or whoever presides over the prison decides. So yeah, those guys are coming out, getting jacked almost universally. Like if you think of a prisoner, you're probably imagining some buff dude with a bunch of tattoos, and they don't have any weights to speak of. So obviously, you don't need weights to get fit, or at least to get to my level of fitness, which I guess is maybe above average. Yeah, I'm obviously not like a top 1% bodybuilder, but yeah, you don't need weights at all. And so I started looking into calisthenics and like basically prisoner workouts is the search term you could use to find all types of body weight exercises. And I'm actually going to show you guys some of them today, pretty much a part of my routine that I've been doing for the past 10 months or so to get to this level of fitness. Now normally when I do inverted rows, I take my gloves off so I can get a better grip on the bars, but it's about -1 Celsius or 30 degrees in freedom units, so just gonna have to do the best I can. that grip's good enough. Now, of course, a bodyweight fitness routine would not be complete without some push-ups. And this is probably the easiest thing to do. You don't even have to go outside to do these, but I prefer to. I like the fresh air. So I'm about to do another variation of pull-ups. You know, honestly, it's probably about 12 different variations of pull-ups that you can do based off of whether you're going to have a pronated grip, supinated grip, neutral grip, and then how wide your grip is going to be as well. So like when I did a wide grip, you know, all of the different pull-ups and chin-ups are of course going to work your biceps, work your shoulders, but when you go with a wide grip, it's going to hit your serratus anterior more, basically that muscle group that's like below your armpit. When you go for a close together grip, almost like when your hands are touching maybe just a few inches apart, then it's going to really work your forearm. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of those now. So there you go. That's pretty much the fitness routine. I put a little bit of variation to it from day to day because, doing the same thing every single day can get boring. I got some kettlebells that I throw into the mix, some resistance bands, things like that. But, the best thing about it is when you're at a public park, it's free to work out there. It doesn't cost you any money. Well, if you work, then it's paid for by your tax money. But even the NEETs are welcome. Even the trust fund kids who aren't paying into the system are welcome to work out there too. And in my opinion, it can be a lot better than the gym, especially right now in January when all of the newbies decide to make their New Year's resolutions that they're going to get fit. And then they sign up to the gyms and they all kind of flood it for the first 6 or 8 weeks of the year. Like, I went to the gym the other day and I saw some kid curling in the squat rack and I was just shaking my head like, what are these people doing here? But yeah, at the parks, people aren't flooding it. Especially when it's cold outside. It's too cold for people that are bullshitting about their fitness to actually go out there and do some workouts. So there you go. You don't have to do the whole thing, obviously. If you're not able to, just do whatever you can to get a little bit of fitness in. Or if you're more advanced than me, I'm sure some of you guys have to be, you could do extra stuff. And you know what? If there's extra moves that I haven't done in my routine that maybe I'm not doing at all, let me know about them in the comment section down below so I can add them into my routine. And let me know in general if you guys are interested in fitness videos, fitness tips. I've been doing this for a little while, kind of on and off throughout my life. So there's probably some advice that I could give you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Peace out.